close. Good morning, good morning. Let me add a poll question. Excuse me, all in the camera, y'all. I'm just typing a poll question. Coffee area over here. Excuse me, y'all. Good morning, good morning. Making some coffee. I intended to start a little earlier, y'all, but we are working with sick kiddos today. So let's get started. It's super bright in here. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Too early for me for all that brightness. Hey, y'all. Come on in. Good morning, good morning. Oh, you know what? Good morning, y'all. Yo, what's up, right in Midlock? How you doing? If y'all don't mind, go ahead and answer that poll question for me and hit like on the way in. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm doing okay. I started off a little rough today. I should have been on here earlier. Hey, Hyra Jimenez. Y'all doing good today? It's hump day. Well, if you work in a standard 9 to 5, it's hump day. If you in school. Hey, Aisha. Good morning. Let me see what's going on this poll. Good morning, Seneca. Nina Escobar, Crystal. Who's Crystal? Hey, Pradeep. Good morning. Thank you. It's time to wash it. I have a haircut coming up. I get curly cut, so my ends are way thinner, but it's not from breakage, it's from, they cut your hair differently, and it's way past due, and I was like, am I gonna keep this appointment or not? Because I waited months for it. Hey, Victor. Nice dress. I don't have a dress on. Melena, that's way nueva. Okay, hello. Good day. What does that mean? Help me out here. Creative Arts. Hello, how you doing? Now, who answered no on this poll? Because a few of y'all said no. Why do you not think you're a good person? I love short hair. I love short hair. Not too, well, several years ago, I did have a shortcut. Fukan, behave. Thank you, Patrick T. Thank you for subscribing. I'll be on here pretty much every morning, Monday through Friday, and then I do vlogs and stuff. So check out my content. Thank you, Creative Arts. Hi, Sky. So why do some of y'all think you're not a good person? First of all, what makes a good person? This is what I'm interested in. Or are people inherently good or bad? Is anyone inherently good or bad? And what makes someone tip more towards the good? I'm gonna make my coffee. Let me get my collagen, y'all. I be forgetting to add it, but it's something that really needs to be in there every day. Good morning, Perry. Faith makes someone a good person. Can you elaborate, Michael? And hi, how you doing? Good morning. Evil Sider. Now do you see my poll question, Evil Sider? What's with the screen name? Or is that something referencing video games or anime? Help me understand. Hyra, you're in the Philippines? Oh, cool. Hello. You know what? I did a 23andMe, and I found out that I have some relatives in the Philippines. Apparently, I have some Filipino or Polynesian or something. Anyway, it linked me to some cousins in the Philippines. Crazy, right? And when it pulled up the picture, the guy looks just like one of my family members over here. And I'm assuming that came in from, so there was some East African, which also surprised me. You know, over here in the U.S., most of us have Ivory Coast blood, but East African. So I'm assuming that maybe it's via way of Madagascar, and that's where that comes in. How are you doing today? I'm doing great, Perry. How are you? Hey, Charles. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, do you have your coffee ready, Charles? Private instigator. Ooh, let's not though. Let's not say we did. You time out, sir. Let's go do a little time out. Let's get ourselves cooled down. Personality, the way they treat people, their character. Okay. Yeah, that definitely so let me ask you, let me tell you why I pose this question, because a lot of people consider themselves good people. But I think one of the problems is, how do you treat people and talk about people when you think nobody's listening or nobody's around to hold you accountable for it? How do you treat people when there's no accountability? That's, for me personally, that is my defining, are you a good person or are you a bad person? If you feel like how you treat people is solely based on the repercussions or what you can get away with, I don't think that's a good person. You better catch up, Charles. I'm on my second one this time. But to be fair, I didn't turn the live on when I was drinking my first cup of coffee. And to be fair, because I was going to go live last night again, I got a house full of sick children. Not that I have that. I only have 2 kids, but both of them are sick. And we come to expect this at the beginning of the school year. We knew it was coming. I just hope they will at least make it through September. But I mean, when I say both of them are sick, both of them are sick. So, it was Cider. Who are you laughing at? Oh, yeah, whoever that was I put in timeout. Yeah. You know what? Don't laugh at people. Are we starting this morning off with Schadenfreude? Evil Cider? Let's look at this poll again. I treat people like I treat my mom unless they act dumb. Well, I don't know how you treat your mama though. How you treat your mom, Evil Sider? So yeah, we were supposed to come back on live last night, but everybody was sick, coughing, hacking. So we're gonna go to the store in a little bit to get some stuff. Like I think I want to make this cabbage soup that we make that helps them feel better. It just has like a lot of nutrients in it. We're definitely gonna get some oranges and stuff to help them feel better, you know. Come on in, and make sure you hit like when you're in, and don't hesitate to subscribe. We'll be going live most mornings, Monday through Friday, and then I'm preparing to drop my first, well, not drop. I'm about to start recording my first vlog for this channel. Furkan? Yeah, I said your name. Hey, Furkan. Charles, what do you put in your coffee? Do you take it, like, do you just drink it black? I wish I could, because that would eliminate some of this little bit of extra sugar in the morning, but I can't bring myself to do it. Sensible man, good morning. I think you should treat all people with respect until they show me different, and then they get what they got coming to them. Yeah, and I don't like base whether a person is good or bad off of individual moments, because that's like only a snippet. So what you're talking about, yes, like when you encounter people, treating everybody with respect doesn't mean you let people walk over you. So you're still a good person, even though you stand up for yourself and draw your boundaries with how you let people treat you. You're still a good person. Have y'all ever encountered someone whose perception of whether you were good or bad was whether or not you let them do or say anything they wanted to you? Ain't that crazy? Have y'all ever experienced that? What I'm battling with right now, I'm gonna give y'all a little personal thing. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be too personal, but what I'm battling not right now about the line between good and bad, what makes a good person, what makes a bad person. I guess it's not even battling, it's a wake-up call. And please, you know, this ain't about to be no sermon or nothing. I respect all beliefs. Even if you don't believe in nothing, I respect you. You're still welcome on this channel. But I consider myself to be a believer of God, right? But I fell away from the church, from actually participating in like church for a long time. And I'll watch church. I'll like read the Bible in spurts and do all kind of stuff. But I found myself really conflicted because I felt like a lot of the worst people I know think they're good people because they follow religious doctrine. So that's pretty deep. Are you a good person if you follow religious doctrine alone? Does religious doctrine, following religious doctrine to the T, doesn't make you a good person? And I say to the T, but most of the time, the people that I'm talking about that are contradictory in how they behave versus, you know, how religious they are versus how good of a person they are, they usually don't follow it to a T. But like, that was my big conflict. It's like all these people that are good people or that other people proclaim to be good people weren't necessarily good people. They were just good in practice. And checking out certain boxes. Their title, you know, classified them automatically as good people because they were good at what they do or they were good at attending church all the time. So what I'm realizing is that it has little to nothing to do. Your public image has little to nothing to do with how good you really are. It's how you treat people in the times when no one's watching that really defines your character, your inner thoughts, things that will never come out, your intentions. Are you engaging with people and being kind with them to use them as a source of currency later? Are you really just being kind to people? Like, those are the things that make you a good person or not. Coffee, cream, and sugar. Okay, so we make ours about the same, Charles. You think it's crazy getting a medium coffee from McDonald's with 13 sugars, no cream? The best coffee, better than Starbucks. You know what? McDonald's coffee is very good, but I don't go to McDonald's much. So I haven't got McDonald's coffee in forever. I wasn't even a coffee drinker until I had kids. So then when I started drinking coffee, that is one of the first places I started getting it from. And it is good. But I just haven't gotten, but they do make the K-Pods now for McDonald's coffee, I believe. So I should start getting it. But 13 sugars? I mean, to each their Jesus is good, yes. God is good all the time. Yes, he is. All the time. God is good. I don't like black coffee either. But I was trying to make myself be able to endure it. Just because I feel like what you put in your stomach first thing in the morning matters. So there's actually a lot of benefits to coffee. But the sugar and stuff is where I'm like, I don't think that's the first thing I should put in my belly in the morning. The processed sugar. But here I am, and here I go. When people say stuff that is not right, I would check them, because if you are around me, you will give me my respect. Then you have to have spiritual relationship to God, with God, to see if they're good. Yeah, that's true. Hope everybody starts feeling. Thank you. I think it's a bug that can be knocked out in one day by keeping them home. That was what I was battling with. Because when I was younger, stay home for what? You better go to school and clog their nose up. However, you know, you take some good things from childhood, and then some things you're kind of like, okay, we're not going to do that. And it's not because I don't want to teach them that sometimes you have to push through. But sometimes sickness takes longer to get over when you don't just give yourself rest in the beginning part. And that's what I find. It's better for me, if they're truly sick, to keep them home for a day than to try to send them and then they say sick for like a week. That's when it evolves into this bug and you have to go to the doctor. Usually we can avoid all of that if I keep them home a day. So I was kind of battling with that this morning. Like, are y'all sick enough to stay home? Hey, Kari! Y'all say hey to my brother-in-law, Kari, in Finland. Hey, Kari! I'm so glad to see you. I went to visit them, y'all, and I did the vlogs on my other channel, and I'm really considering moving them over to this channel. Usually people will show you who they are, and when they do, believe them. Yeah, that's a tough one, though, ain't it? I'm going to get back to Sensible Man, what you said. I'm going to come right back to it because I want to add to that. Seneca Bradley, then God will show you who's for you and who is not, especially in a relationship with the person. That is so true. I'm going to show you I'm a wonderful, respectful man, so we should go out to breakfast in the morning. For Kyle, I don't know what that means, so I try to like not say things if I don't know what that means. Don't let me pull out my Google Translate. Oh, let me go back to Sensible Man. Okay, so that is so true. That is such a hard lesson to learn, though. I think when you're younger, as far as, so Sensible Man said usually people will show you who they are when you do believe them. It's like sometimes the simplest advice is the hardest to take. I'm 42 now, so yes, it's finally sunk in, but I've always, not always, I used to have this desire to give people a chance because I thought that it made me a bad person for not giving people chances because nobody's perfect. But what I realize now that I'm a little older is that there are certain lines that should never be crossed. Like, there's a difference between accidentally stepping on somebody's foot and then stabbing them in the chest because you got mad at them. Does that make sense? Like, that's really extreme. But like, if you accidentally step on somebody's foot, that's an easy mistake to make. Usually it's not too damaging. It may hurt a little bit, but once you know, as soon as you apologize, usually the pain is gone. But stabbing somebody, like, mentally, you have to be a whole nother level of crazy or off, or clearly your values don't align. Clearly you don't see a problem with personal harm. So I use that example because what I realize as I get older is that there are some offenses like stealing, lying, and everybody, if we're honest, everybody lies to some extent. It might not be to get something. Sometimes it's just to avoid additional questions. Like, it's a little white lie. And I know a lie is a lie is a lie. But if we're honest, we all lie in some kind of way. Sometimes you don't want to be bothered with somebody. You say, yeah, I'm busy. I'm not at home right now. Like, stuff like that. Little light lies to preserve your peace. Not justifying it, but saying it's normal. But then there are some people who lie constantly to avoid accountability, or who lie to manipulate the choice that you make about whether or not you keep them in your life. They will lie about who they are at their core to keep you engaged. And that kind of lie, I learned, like, that's not acceptable. I can forgive you, but still say you cannot, like, you're not a good person. I'm not gonna, like, stay bitter or angry at you, but you're not a good person, so I'm not dealing with you anymore. But I used to think that I used to leave, like, it open. There was like a wide range of things people could do and come back from with me. I had to narrow that down a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know. I just eat a shadow. I remember you from yesterday. You're eating French fries for breakfast. Well, it's a potato. Is that a vegetable? Oh, thank you, Evil Cider. But look, for real, what's the name about? What's the screen name about? Why did you name yourself Evil Cider? Oh, and then Seneca, you said God will show you for you, especially in a relationship with him. Yeah, you know what is so crazy? This isn't just for me, right? This is a lot of people I know, but to include me, that's a strong, one of the quickest prayers I've ever seen answered on a consistent basis is when you pray, if something is not in my life right now that is not for me, God, please remove it or reveal it. It's almost scary because there's certain things that we want and we desire to keep in our life. And because when you really pray it and that prayer mean it, you have to be open to whatever the answer is or whatever the outcome is. But most people I know, including myself, when you sincerely open up your heart and like shrink down your ego and be prepared for whatever is revealed, it is crazy what happens. And I ain't talking about a month later, 2 months later, like literally like the same week. Let's see where we're at with the poll. We got like 88% at yes, 12% at no. I'm still waiting on somebody to tell me. Now I know people just come through and hit troll on these sometimes. So I'm wondering if anybody who put no really meant it. Why do they think they're not a good person? Oh, okay. It's because I grew up in East LA, so we called it evil sides to the East LA. Okay. Makes sense. I thought maybe it was something anime related maybe, or, you know, just curious. Or, you know, troll accounts. So I thought maybe you, like, are you one of them accounts that go through people's stuff and just are always playing devil's advocate? Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So let me ask y'all this. Are you a good person if you're good to everybody except yourself? Now this, if you are the martyr for everyone in your life, are you a good person if you're good to everybody but yourself? I think I'm gonna answer the question first just to get it popping off. And I really haven't put no thought into this answer aside from what I'm thinking right now. I'm gonna say that that's one of them situations where you aren't inherently good or bad. Doesn't make you an evil person, no. But I think when people play martyr for other people in their lives, play doormat for other people in their lives, I don't think they're being as good as they think they are. I see a lot of people, this is my only YouTube account I've been having it for. Oh, okay. I see a lot of people who equate, I don't know. I don't want to get too deep. I'd rather y'all answer the question first. But can you be a good person if you're good to everybody but yourself? Do you think that comes from a good space when people are, like I said, they play martyr in their lives? They let people run all over them. They sacrifice their own health for everyone else. Do you think they're really doing it for everyone else? Or do you think they do it out of a place of thinking that somebody's eventually going to reciprocate it? Because I'm going to tell you now, I know people who do good deeds and do good acts, but they always weaponize it later on. They always weaponize it later on. I've known people who put themselves in supposed bad situations or tight situations for the greater good, or very sacrificing of themselves, but they're really they sit back and they wait and they use it later as ammunition because they never really were doing it for the right reasons in the first place. Oh, coffee's hot. Now y'all notice I made this coffee and you take a sip of it since. I ain't took a sip. Hey, if you come in, go ahead and answer that poll for me and hit the like button. So on another note, until somebody feel like talking about this subject, I do think we will be going live again later. If the kids are feeling better, I might do a little game night with them. Like I said, they aren't super sick, but they are sick. They are sick, but they are going back to school tomorrow. Let me see if this dog ate yet. I don't think she did. Y'all gonna come in the garage with me real quick? Let me feed this crazy dog. Ashley, I'll be right back. Let me just go get this food. We gonna sit and have coffee if I can do it without falling. Here she goes. She was eating her food too fast. And then she started choking on it. I need to get one of those slow feeders for her. I tried to move her to a bigger type of dog food, but it seemed to like be causing her stomach problems. So the one that does better on her stomach is smaller kernels, but she eats it so fast. Whew. Y'all have plans for the weekend? Good love deserves an encore. I better stop before I get a copyright. Make sure you hit like for me when you come in, please. And make sure you subscribe. Today I'm not so talkative. I got 10 things in my brain. Like I enjoy sitting here having coffee with y'all, but like I'm like, what do I need to get from the store because the kids are sick? What I need to do later to get my next vlog prepared? What do I need to do for work? What do I need to do for my car? Y'all, my car. I've been having a wobble in my car for a while. I knew it was gonna be something expensive. You ever just felt something in your car and was like, nope, nope, not even gonna ask what it is because I knew it was something expensive. It's my doggone CV axles. Do you know how expensive that is? So I have to have the right and left joint things replaced. So I just got a million things in my brain right now. Where is Laughlin? Laughlin. How about yourself? I'm sure we're going to watch probably some college football, probably barbecue, cookout, definitely get back in the gym this weekend. Other than that, I don't know. I feel like I need some adult time, like to reconnect with some of my friends, maybe do a date night, stuff like that. So we need to throw that in the mix or make time for that. Also probably church Sunday. Not probably. We are going to church Sunday. And then I kind of want to go visit my grandmother's grave. Thank you so much, Evil Cider. Joanna, hey, how are you? That's my sister, y'all. Say hey to JCJ 7187. What time is it over there? Like, why y'all up so late? Joanna, what time is it over there? Like 3 in the morning, right? Or is it the other way? Oh, it's the I can't keep up with it. 4 p.m. Okay, I went the wrong way. It's 4 in the afternoon. I got you. You know it's a delay, girl. I'm a professional barber. Also, I go on my way to help the community back to school, haircut and school supplies. Food. Oh, that's cool, Charles. Where are you? Like, what city are you located? If you don't mind. You've told me before. I know, but I can't remember. Laughlin is a river in Nevada and Arizona. It's a river with casinos. Oh, okay. That sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, that's right, Dallas. Oh, that's cool. It's been several years Hey Ray, 330 Tennessee. So Joanna, how much longer you got before you get off? Y'all say hey to my sister in Finland. Okay, cool. I'm surprised you jumped on here. Both of my sisters are like, you know, catch them when you can. Plus, we are all in different time zones. She's in Finland, I'm in Georgia, and my other sister is in California. We talk when we talk. I saw Kari in here. He said, hey. You said you need coffee too. Thank Kari. Oh, because he told me about it. Yeah. I can't wait to come back and visit y'all again. I'm ready. I'm already like thinking about next year. We had so much fun. Charles Jackson, do you have a page for your barbershop, like with where people can like look and check it out or donate to help towards when you have your back to school drive? So like that's what I want to like start doing something for like little girls in my community, and I don't know what, but I feel like there's like really with social media, with a lot of the pressures that they deal with in school, and little boys are just important now, but I can only speak from a female perspective, right? But I just feel like I want to do something. I just don't know what would be where I could be of most use and where I could be consistent at, right? But I just feel like little girls need so much help with self-esteem, and unfortunately, a lot of us don't get it from home like people assume we do. Southern Cali at 6:15 a.m. Gotta go to work. Catch you in the next one. Don't do anything work. Okay, Evil Sider, you have a great day at work. Now I don't know what you wouldn't do, but I'm gonna try to keep it, conservative. Yeah, I want to do something to boost that's like a confidence booster, but it's gotta be something I can be consistent about. My worst fear is like doing something like that, and then because I have, with the boys being so young, I don't want to commit to something, start something like that, and then go ghost on it, That would be fun. A part workout, and then you could also I could make it to where like I also like feed into them during the workout. Once a week, once every 2 months. Well, I want to commit. I just want to commit. I got to find a level that I can commit to and stick with. You get what I'm saying? Like, I do want to commit to something. Because I think, like, so many of us, like, and me included, are left to fend for ourselves as far as self-esteem. And this is why you have so many little girls looking for confidence everywhere else. Like, I was guilty of it. And unfortunately, we ain't gonna get too deep on it on here. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is across all communities, but I feel like in a lot of, I'll say minority communities, because it's not just black, it's like other cultures too. But unfortunately, in a lot of minority communities, little girls' confidence is torn down either proactively and passively. Like, I don't know what it is, especially from their mothers. Now, that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But it seems to be a lot of women in my age range I'm finding out have these mother wounds, like heavy mother wounds. And it's like, I don't know if it's just our generation. I don't know what happened, but there are a lot of little girls that have mother wounds in which instead of their mothers raising them and speaking life into them, they almost like smother the light out of them. So it's not to make them the enemy. I just want them to have an outlet where they can get that fed into them regardless of what's going on at home. I'm gonna try, you know what, that's probably a good idea once a month. And then like I might do it through, then I'll have to decide, do I want to try to talk to my church and do it through them or just do it on my own? We'll see. And then talk like to people I know who I can start with their daughters. Because people don't really, you know, good parents, they don't really trust you with your kids, with their kids like that. Did I miss your comment, Charles? Hold on. Good morning, woman of God. Oh, no, it's nothing. For something like that, Charles, feel free. Like, I'm not that type of person. So, and you've been on here regularly, too. If you want to go ahead and comment it, you can. I have no problem with it, I promise you. Because I want to check it out. We haven't been to Dallas in a minute. Our dad used to live in Dallas. Joanna, speaking of Dallas, your friend that I met there that's an actor or a director, I saw he's getting married. Is he still in Dallas? Hey, Madeleine. Car, you ain't no creeper. Or Charles, if you want to say what it is, because I'll pull it up myself. Joanna, don't even start. My sister talking about she not a good person. You are a good person, Joanna. Sure, Madeleine. Hi, Laura. And thank you for recommending her. How you doing, Laura Madeleine? We fell out of touch. No particular reason. Just stop writing. People do that when you move away sometimes. Who you talking about, Joanna? Joanna, what are you talking about? Oh, girl, mommy brain. I just asked you, had you talked to your friend? Oh, wake up. Wake up, Alexia. Wake up. I know, I'm sorry. Oh, trust me. Yeah, we know. We know about that life, don't we, girl? See, that's probably another reason why I need to like delay my coffee in the morning. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with coffee. I love coffee, okay? But do you know that coffee is a vasoconstrictor? So even though it makes you feel good and feel like you're waking up, it actually cuts off the blood flow to the brain. It minimizes it. It shrinks those little veins and stuff and whatever. So that's why when you quit coffee, you go through those withdrawal. A lot of people go through those withdrawal headaches because all of a sudden blood flow to the brain, like massive blood flow that wasn't getting there before. So you feel groggy at first, you feel fatigued at first, but honestly, if we're being very, very, very honest, when I quit coffee for a couple of months, I had the most consistent clarity throughout the day that I ever had. But I just like coffee. I just like it. But it's like I be here, but not here. So if the middle ground, they say, is delaying your intake until your body naturally creates the hormones and wakes the brain up with the blood flow, naturally creates the hormones that let you wake up fully, Then drink your coffee for an extra boost. Because when you drink your coffee first, before all that happens, you kind of set yourself up to keep needing coffee throughout the day. Because I don't think I want a life without coffee. I just wanted to say I really miss women that look natural like you. Keep up the good work. You look amazing. Oh, thank you, Sensible Man. It's a lot of us out here. It's a whole lot of us out here. I think. But then I'm older. I don't know. I got my car in 2019. It's a 2020 Kia Telluride. But I'm not in Atlanta area anymore. I got it in Atlanta area. So it's been through some things. If you've ever consistently driven in Atlanta, you know, it just made me think about riding on the interstate in Atlanta is like the Wizard of Oz. You know how they link their arms together like lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, lions. You might run over a mattress, a hubcap might come flying from over here. Homeless guy might decide he wants to hop across the interstate. It's just random cows, peacocks. I mean, all of it. So I say that to say, I had an incident where I don't remember if it was a hubcap tire, both flew off the back of a truck, went right over it, going probably 80 miles an hour on the freeway. The car didn't take like immediate damage, but there was a big jolt. What else? Potholes. And we're talking about like deep, jagged potholes. I had ran into a pothole that was not covered, and it like boom, like it was a hard bump to the point where I had to get out and just look, like, be like, is this car okay? Went to Morris Brown homecoming one year, parked in what I thought was a very safe space, and this lady in the Suburban gets out her car, hits her car door into the car next to her. The person was in the car. They hop out. They get in an argument. She forgets to put her car in drive. And the car rolls into mine, the Suburban. So I had to get the whole front end, not the whole front end, but it was a pretty good amount of damage. So in other words, the CV joint is probably from just the abuse and the wear and tear from just incidents like that over time. And then it started like a slight wobble and it's getting worse. So the car is great though. I've never had any other issues with it. But you said let's trade it, and I got I'm almost done paying that thing off. I can't start over. Cannot start over. I'm riding it till the wheels fall off. Well, we don't want the wheels to fall off. But I'm riding it till the end. Joanne, are you working hard or hardly working right now? Them last 2 hours, it can go either way. On a good day, it's like slow. I'm pretty much off. On a bad day, it would be like, you know, you get emails and stuff coming in you got to do before you leave. You working on a project. So what is it looking like for you today? Oh, yeah, I heard you. But now it's a break until that meeting. Oh, I hate late meetings. Late meetings on a Friday. I know it's not Friday. I'm just saying those are the worst. I don't want to put all your business on there, but I will say, don't you have a mind to yeah, I know. I try not to, but this, you know, it's always one higher up that will do it to you. Everybody has that one. And I say higher up because anybody else is like, no, block the calendar. But them higher ups will see a block calendar and be like, they don't care. I need you. 3 p.m. Friday. Don't you have a mine or something you visiting soon? saw that. Did you see that they found like the largest diamond on record in a mine in, I can't remember, and it made me think about you. Although I don't think y'all don't do jewel mining, right? But I don't know if it was found in mining for jewels or if they were mining for something else. Okay, cool. I'm trying to remember where that was found though. You just sell equipment. Y'all, my sister get work. My sister smuggles conflict diamonds. It was Botswana. Botswana was where it was. Tomato, tomato, tomato. You are mining Wakanda. Is that better though? What happened in Wakanda when they you know that everybody wanted access? But yeah, it was the world's second largest diamond found in Botswana, and it was 2,492 carats. For the Lolo. And they said they found it using X-ray detection technology. Is that the equipment y'all sell? Or you sell the actual like drills and stuff? Let me see. I'll go ahead and throw you the wrench, Charles. I'll throw you a wrench. Hold on, how I do it though? Oh, add as moderator. I don't know which one is which. I just did it, Charles. The diamond industry is stupid anyway. It's only worth what... Yeah, I heard that. It's only worth what we pay for it. I saw a good documentary about diamonds and prices a while ago. What was the name of it then? Because I think I want to watch it. Because I heard that, like, the diamond industry is fake. Like, basically, they create fake value. Right? Is that what it was basically saying? Because they control or limit, first of all, limit who's the big game players, and then they kind of set the price, which I thought that was supposed to be an illegal practice. So how do they even get away with it? I don't know. But basically saying that diamonds are not worth what we pay for them. But such is a lot of things in life, to be quite honest. Such is a lot of things in life. Like, you know, I know it's a lot of men in here, but like this whole, I don't know if it's because I really don't have the money for it. And this is where I try to check myself and be reasonable and realistic. I don't know if it's because I don't have the money for it, but right now I feel like even if I did, like, let's think about the luxury handbag market. Now, there are some bags that I will pay more than just like $40, $50 for. But I love Coach. I love Coach. And my friend who he's in the fashion industry rolls his eyes at me all the time. But I'm for real. Like, I love Coach bags because they're durable. They have excellent leather quality. They last forever. Most Coach bags I have, I've had forever, right? And the only time I've gotten rid of them is because they just were, when I was into the trendy stuff too much, with the logos all over it. But thank you, Charles. Nothing lasts forever. Okay, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna find it. But do you know, like, all of those, the more expensive bags, like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, do you know they are, you ever see that guy that takes leather and luxury items, deconstructs it, and then, because he's a leather worker, like I don't know what the term is, okay? He actually makes leather goods. Well, he'll deconstruct some of these high-end brands and tells you the actual quality. So he's taken apart like one of these Louis Vuitton. I think he's done a Birkin before. I may be wrong. But he'll be like, this is at most $20 worth of material and $50 worth of labor. And people pay thousands of dollars for it. And some of the stuff is ugly. Now, I know beauty is subjective. I know it's subjective. And you like it, you like a thing, you like it. But a lot of things people only like because they know that other people can look at it and tell they spend a lot of money on it. Now, if that ain't messed up, we could fall down the rabbit hole on pricing. Humanity prices a lot of things ridiculously, but we pay for it. Yeah, so that's where, like, I try not to be too judgmental, but it's so hard because, like, we all probably do it in some way. If we sit and think about it hard enough, what do we overpay for just for the sake of who made it? Or now when we're paying because it's a small business and their operating costs are higher, like, that's different. I get that. I do. And it's a quality product, but their operating costs are higher. So for them to have a good profit margin, you're gonna pay more. I can get with that. Before, I mean, these major companies selling, after you take away all their capital expenses, you know, the stuff that doesn't, you know, it deteriorates, but it's over the long 10, 15, 20 years before they take it out of commission. Like, you take away the capital expenses, they're making about 1,000% on profits. It's ridiculous. Why do we even have cash burning system? Oh, I'm about to get my sister started, y'all. But she's right. She's right. But y'all, she's in Europe. So her perspective on things, like, she can look at it from different angles. Like, it don't make sense. I don't understand cash. All of us really made up. Let's talk about that. The whole stock market is stupid. The whole stock market is stupid. If somebody drops a piece of information that could totally tank your whole entire life savings, why is it even a valid system in the first place? It's basically a legalized form of gambling. Thank you, Charles. I'm a pin. I think I can pin it. Yeah, there we go. She said burn the system. Like, now don't give me shadow banned on his system. But when I went to Finland to visit her, and they were telling me about healthcare, privatized healthcare, and then the social healthcare, and just the options itself, like, and the out-of-pocket costs. Let's talk about that. The out-of-pocket costs. So Kari was telling me about the out-of-pocket costs for, like, an MRI CAT scan, and it was so reasonable. People, like, if I go visit again, I'm totally getting a full CT scan, MRI, whatever I can, because I was watching a special on Dateline or something about people who save money to get these full scans because they realized that they were catching things on these scans, conditions, diseases, injury, whatever it may be, that wouldn't otherwise be caught. Don't apologize, Kari. You're waking us all up, okay? Don't apologize for it. But the out-of-pocket cost is way more reasonable. It's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous that if you have insurance, the cash rate for items is higher than if you don't have insurance here. Wait, did I say that right? Like, there's so many little nuanced things that are so ridiculous. You know what? I realized YouTube is weird. It says 0 people are in my chat, but I know there's at least 4 right now. I know there's at least 4. So I don't know what this number is at the top, like what it's reflecting. I guess it lags sometimes or what, I don't know. Yeah, so out of pocket cost for acute healthcare is 20 to 40 euros. See, it will be like 10 times that, if not more here. They're trying to psych me out. Well, it ain't gonna, not really, because I'll sit here and talk to it and really think there's nobody in here. But that's because I leave my lives up and people come back and watch them later. Covers MRI, CT meds, doctor's diagnosis, etc. See here, as long as they leave healthcare underneath in a capitalist type system, the costs are going to continue to be out of control. It's showing 4 on your end chart. Okay. See, on my end, it's showing 0. Now it's showing 2. And not to mention just the way of life over there in itself promotes better health. So just the simple walkability over there. Now, mind you, we were in Helsinki, so I'm sure it's not like that everywhere, but still. The stock market is based on the needs and wants of consumers for a company to profit. Which is why many people live in the city. Those who love their car and space live in the country and suburbs. Yeah, but Helsinki is such a quiet city as far as like I could totally compare it to here. Like I could live there and still feel like I have my space and my quiet. I guess it's relative to what you're used to. I'm trying to understand, Sister Baby Man. What do you mean the stock market is based on the needs and wants of consumers for a company to profit? I'm sure that makes sense, but sometimes I have trouble. Like, could you elaborate for me just to make it make more sense for me? You okay, honey? Oh, Joanne and Kari, like both of the boys are sick, so they're home today. Everybody's sniffling. So I'm gonna make a store run in a little bit. You could be anywhere in the world, but you are tuned into the best time in the morning, drinking coffee, having a smooth conversation about life. Thank you, Charles. Oh, they're gonna be well by tomorrow. They're going back to school. And Jaden's in that. So Julius is in a STEM school, and Jaden's in a engineering and health sciences school. So it's like I battle with it because if they miss school, it's not like they just missing busy work. Like it's a whole thing. So, but I figured it's better to keep them out. No, we're not spreading no germs. I figured it's better to keep them out. It's like a very mild, I'm sure this is probably, I'll put it like this. So day 1 was probably actually, today is Wednesday. Yesterday they came from feeling sniffling. Monday was probably when they actually started feeling it. But yesterday is when it was like evident that they were fully sick and it wasn't just allergies. So they'll be good by tomorrow. They're not like super, super sick. Uncle Kari said hi. And Auntie Joe. So y'all, I'm only gonna be on here a few more minutes. Wipe your mouth, honey. There you go. He's over there drinking almond milk. So when they're sick, I try to like minimize dairy products and sugar. Dairy products because it contributes to phlegm. Sugar because it suppresses the immune system. So processed sugars and dairy, it's not like, you know, I try to give them a balance. I ain't no strict mama like that, but at the same time, I like all them cookies and stuff. Milk, regular milk, no. Cheese, no. So usually with that, and then just giving them like ginger juice and ginger and vitamin C and stuff like that, usually it's out within a day. It's out of them within the day. Now, I ain't speaking on them being contagious. I'm saying as far as like the actual active congestion. Ooh, I'm sleeping. I think I want another cup of coffee. I'm gonna make another cup. We gonna wrap it up in a few minutes. Cause I'm on mama duty today. I'm on mama duty every day, but I'm on nurse mama duty today. Can y'all hear the music in the background? I don't want you to necessarily clearly hear it because it will give me a copyright flag. I can't stand waking up and still feeling sleepy. Also, if you're in here, like, if you want to make topics, suggest a topic while you're in here or give suggestions for the next little morning coffee thing, feel free. Because honestly, y'all, why I'm using y'all as a mirror to fix my part. Because honestly, I don't always have stuff to talk about. We just end up in here chatting about stuff. Yeah, I don't like the feeling, Kari. It makes me feel like I'm already got a big battle ahead of me when I wake up and feel sleepy still. That was the other reason why I quit coffee, because I realized even though it wasn't keeping me up, I wasn't getting in my REM sleep like I should. Outer space, Lord, Joanna, get your husband. No, we can talk about outer space. What you want to talk about? But see, we're on YouTube. In the world, the wonderful world of YouTube Live. The wonderful world of YouTube Live. And the reason why I say that is because you might want to be talking, you might even talk about the scientific elements of space. You're going to bring in the conspiracy crowd, though. So you got to be prepared to talk about that. They're gonna, okay, space movies. What space movie? Spaceballs? What is my favorite outer space movie? Car, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched any Alien Romulus. No, is that a new movie? Contact. I haven't watched any outer space movies recently. Spaceballs is a movie I shouldn't have been watching when I first watched it. Are we alone in the universe? That actually is a good question. I would think, honestly, how could we be? That's not a scientific answer, but how could we be alone in the universe? Let's think about this. If everything in life is a pattern, this is for Kari here. This is for Kari. This is to reinforce that we are not alone in the universe. If everything goes according to a pattern, like a divine pattern, whether you believe that God created this pattern or controls, whatever. But if everything in life is a pattern, would not life exist somewhere else in the universe? Does that make sense? Or do I need to like connect the dots some more? The observable universe is over 90 billion, like exactly. So at some point, do you not think that the pattern of events that created life here could not be repeated in some way, shape, or form somewhere else, even if not exact or sustained by the same means, like our ecosystem? There has to be somewhere else with sustainable life. Charles Jackson said, no way. No way there's life anywhere else. Star Trek, child. Which one, Kari? We talking about a movie? We're talking about the series? Have we been visited is another topic, but no, we are not alone. The Union. I think I heard. Who's in that movie, Charles? Is it a woman lead? I feel like this sounds familiar. This is the way I see it. The first Earth. What, Joanna? This is how I see it. First. Listen now, you get too deep. Listen. Not Kurtzman's new Star Trek. Okay. Don't I have to sit and think about that now? And it's too early. Didn't I just tell you that I had all this vasoconstricting going on in my brain, and you want to get deep like that? No, I'm just playing. I welcome deep conversation and things to think about. Life is carbon-based, but theoretically, why can't it be based on some other element? That's what I'm saying. So when I say repeat it, not in the exact same form that it is here, but and even because I know people will take it. I think that sometimes people always take the possibility of life as a direct conflict with their religious beliefs. That's another problem too. But my thing is, how can we minimize God to what He gave us to understand here? Right? Even if it's a religious thing where people can't reconcile, how can you minimize, if you have an imminent being, a God, in your religion, even if it's not Christianity, how can you reduce God down to only what you can see and understand? And if you can't see it and understand it, then God couldn't have created it. This is what I don't understand. I don't think anybody has all the answers, but I don't, especially us, right? I think we minimize God to what our brains can handle. And to me, that's more blasphemous than the idea that life exists anywhere else. Jonah's trying to say we humans have been very wrong around multiple big topics. So we most likely are wrong regarding life in the universe also. Yeah. I just think it's okay to, I think some people get scared to maybe consider other possibilities. Honestly, I think a lot of it has to do, and I'm not talking about science in the science world. There are different theories for different reasons, and that I'm not equipped to even get into. But as far as like the average lay person, I think a lot of people, it conflicts directly with their personal beliefs on a spiritual level, or they think it does, so they don't even want to consider it. Just imagine the possibilities of spreading the word. Kara, give me a second. I'll be back. Car, I can't with you. Okay, I'll look it up. Brother Sanchez on YouTube, he's in Las Vegas. He goes, yeah, I'll look it up. I always love hearing other people's theories about things. And it's not that necessarily we have to believe everything somebody tells us, but I think people should be open-minded to consider it. And then where people get conflicted about it because of religion, I think the bigger thing is how can we, why can't both things be true? I don't understand why both things can't be true. Yeah, always keep your third eye open. I'm sorry, y'all. I did something. The churches of the world will adapt to the new reality when. Kari, you about to get. Look, hold on. Most likely is the best day for religion in general because people need stability when going into new territory. Okay, I get what you're saying. Sometimes I have to read things a couple of times to like really absorb them before I respond. Yeah, so a lot of things that people refuse to believe are based off of the fear of the unknown. We believe in God as this concept of all-knowing, and it's easy for us to spit it out and say that he's all-knowing and we don't know everything, so we look to him for advice. But the actual thought of an unknown reality in which it's not just us as humans is too much for some people. So really, it's like we say we believe in something bigger and more powerful than us, but the reality of what that could look like is scary for a lot of people. We have to limit even that unknown entity to certain things that we can tangibly, that we can accept. Shakara, you're fine. Joanna, stop. It doesn't matter if it's controversial or not. You're fine. I'm just playing most of that. I'm just wondering who's in it, who comes in and picky. Because look, you are actually trying to have an open conversation and a dialogue, but somebody will come in here with a little tinfoil hat for real and start going off on something else. YouTube Live is a weird place. Have y'all scrolled through these vertical live feeds before? Have you seen some of the things that are on this vertical live feed? I implore you. In the middle of the night one day, I say in the middle of the night knowing you're in a whole different time zone, but like, I think it'll tailor it, try to tailor it to your location a little bit. But you see the weirdest stuff on YouTube Live. And it's not these kind of conversations. It's like truly weird. I scrolled through MGT. Okay, I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to educate me there, sis. Hold on, let me look it up. Is this something you don't want to say? Oh, that's what you call it. What were they talking about, Joanna? I see what it is. Men going their own way? The manosphere. Manosphere, yeah. Girl. And let me ask you this. Why do they always wear shades and smoke cigars? It's like they hand out a kit, like an outfit. A starter kit for those things. What were they saying though? Charles, what are you saying no to? What are you saying no to? You know what, Kari? I said I was going to make myself watch Barbie because I did prejudge it. Um, and this is where like certain things because of maybe programming and what you associate Barbie with, I just as soon as I heard about the movie, I was like, ugh, I don't want to like I don't know. I thought it stood for everything Barbie initially stood for. But then I hear people say you should watch it because it actually has a good message. So I think I'm going to give it a chance. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Yeah, it's a lot of weird, like, I kind of, it's, it's concerning in some ways because I saw a little girl having a whole meltdown. She clearly was like a teenager, but she was pretending for views. But I don't like to see people suffering, and I was really worried about this girl that I don't know personally, but I thought she was really having a meltdown, and she kept referencing self-harm. So I reported it, but it turns out she's just strange, or maybe she has behavioral issues. I don't know, but then you have people in the like she was having a whole meltdown about how nobody loves her and maybe I should just get off of here and maybe I will do it, maybe I will do it, like all on the live. And there are people in the comments saying do it, and I'm like, what is happening? Turns out the girl's acting. No disclaimer, no nothing. She's just acting, or I don't think she wanted people to know she was acting, but she was just acting. Then I saw this lady laying under the blanket, holding the blanket like this over her, moving on the bed. Like somebody was on the live feed. I judged it too. It was entertaining, but it was entertaining, not earth-shattering, but a good watch for fun. Okay, I'll make it a point to watch it. Now, I definitely want to watch the diamond one. Wait, Joanna, what was the name of it? I started to put it in my notepad. Nothing Lasts Forever, is that what it was called? Nothing Lasts Forever, okay. Let me add this. I'm gonna make a little list of things to watch. Hold on, y'all. And let me get my coffee. And I'm gonna catch up on the comments, y'all. I'm better at the book. Oh shoot. Why am I writing on my baby's homework? That's not gonna work. Okay. So, Nothing Lasts Forever. Union on Netflix. I just finished watching the series Evil. Have y'all heard of that one? It really talks about spirituality and science. It doesn't literally talk about it, but the storyline is basically about these people who get this job with the Vatican to go assess these situations to determine if there's really evil involved. And sometimes it's really a scientific explanation. It's something that they can explain scientifically, and sometimes it is spiritual, and sometimes it's a blurry line between both. And it's almost like it's asking you to question whether or not the only difference between science and religion or spirituality is the ability to quantify certain experiences. In other words, duh, yeah, but in other words, does the inability to quantify the experience negate the experience? Can you wrap your mind around the fact that just because science can't prove it, that it does exist? It's like merging all these concepts together, basically. There's a lot of overlap between science and religion. We know this already because when you start looking biblically at things, it's kind of like, I equate it to when you're growing up, there's a lot of old remedies in the Black community, everybody's community, but Native American remedy, I say Native American, but different tribes have different natural remedies. They didn't do tests. They didn't quantify these experiences. They just knew. They learned. We don't know where the knowledge came from, but we know it's there. Old school things that like my grandma used to have me do. Taking aspirin and putting it in plants to make the plants better, or taking coffee grinds to do certain things. Like old knowledge that turns out to be able to be replicated in a lab environment, and now after they do these controlled studies, then the scientific community accepts things as effective or true based off of whether or not they deviate from a baseline by a certain amount. Do you get what I'm saying? Whether or not it's repeatable. But what that show does is say that sometimes you cannot replicate things, and whether it be just because we don't have the technology yet, the knowledge yet, whatever it is, but it still exists. Sometimes science can be ahead of religion. Sometimes religion can be ahead of science. But at the end of the day, God is over all of it. It was pretty good. It's a little corny in parts, but I think the overall discussion, like the thought behind it, was really good. Barbie was full of funny jokes. Oh, let me write down these movies. Hold on, I'm coming. Nothing Lasts Forever, Union on Netflix. Barbie movie. Although I will say with Evil, I was, as with most things, I'm rarely satisfied with the finale, because it's season 4. This is the last season, and the finale just aired last week, and it was okay. But the whole show itself is a good discussion, a thought piece, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. Okay, let me catch up. Barbie was full of funny jokes, and it means to be a woman and a man. And what it means to be a woman and a man. The movie basically sets men and women free to be who they want to be, just be you. Okay, that's cool. That's a good message. I'm with that. When all the Kens got the giant TVs on their walls, I totally saw myself. I gotta check that out. Charles says, people across the country with cell phones in a tribal country alive. You can't understand what they're saying. Oh, but 2 words, hit the like button. Subscribe. That too. Especially, especially when I see, early in the morning, you get a lot of the live streams from India, and that's all I can understand most of the time. Nothing Lasts Forever. Know what it's about. Okay, I already rambled on about that. Sometimes you have to look at the bottom to see if they have their Cash App. Oh, they're scam artists. Okay. A lot of people post their Cash Apps on here. I don't know if I would be comfortable with that. Have you seen? Yeah, those two. There's a lot of card readers. Yeah, a whole lot of them. Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. That is right, Card. That is such a much more eloquent way of putting it than I did, and clear and concise. Write down Brother Sanchez. Oh yeah, Brother Sanchez. But yes, on Netflix. Well, hold on, not Netflix. Evil is not on Netflix. I got Evil through Amazon Prime, but it actually, because of my Paramount subscription. I think it's a Paramount show. Evil, Paramount Plus. Now I think season 1 might be on Netflix, and maybe 2. But if you want to go on forward, you have to have, I think, Paramount Plus. Hey, Sophia. How are you? Okay, so I got some good stuff to check out. Cause like I said the other day, most of the time I watch reruns. Evil was one of the first series in a long time that has actually held my attention. I like mythical, magical, like Game of Thrones when it was out. And actually, and again, Game of Thrones, I was one of the people because it was such a cult following behind it. I avoided watching it, but when I finally started, oh my goodness, I was caught. I might as well have been infusing caffeine in my veins, trying to get off work, get the kids ready, get myself ready, and then sit there and watch Game of Thrones. And you can't watch Game of Thrones with kids. At least you shouldn't. If you do, please reconsider your parenting. Not especially with small kids, because Game of Thrones was brutal. But I like those types of time period shows. So there's this one, what is the name of it that I started watching? The Witcher? I started that one. I don't know if it really grabbed me. Oh no, I just fed her. Let me take her. Oh, she had already ate? And I started to say, Zach usually feeds her. I done fed the girl twice. And she ate the whole bowl. Oh, you greedy little something. Well, she won't be hungry. Joanna said, hey. Her and Kari, they both on the live. Hey, y'all. He said, hey, y'all. Best eyelashes. Shut up, girl. You got me about to, hold on, I'll be right back. Speaking of card readers, Charles, have you ever seen this comedian? And I can't remember his name, I haven't seen him recently. And he would do like, I think he was mainly like making fun. No, he would put like a deck of Uno cards and do fake. Like it was clearly comedy, but he would do tarot readings that way. All right, it's time for me to focus and get ready for this meeting. It was nice. Okay, sis, love you. Yeah, thank you, Kari. Y'all say bye to my sis. This is just Uno deck, y'all. I'm not doing tarot. In case you're like, what is she doing? I'm shuffling this for later for the kids because I bought a new deck. You made me think about it. We're talking about tarot. I bought a new deck of Uno cards so we could play this on game night. I say game night, but we just play on random nights. She gone. I'm about to go too. I say that every time. But I am about to go. So we're gonna go for an even 100-minute live, and then so that's about 6 more minutes on here, and then I'm gonna go. So I gotta go to the store. Any recommendations? I'm getting. If you're in here and you weren't in here earlier, my kids are sick. It's not like a severe flu or nothing, but they got something they got to eat. So we make this cabbage soup. I think I'm gonna try to make it Ozark. I hear a lot of people talk about Ozark, and I still have not even checked it out. But usually I do this cabbage soup. We do this cabbage soup with some kind of like, this sounds nasty, meat broth. what's a better way to put it? Like smoked sausage or turkey or something. And it will make it spicy. We use this little curry paste. It's good, y'all. Curry paste. I put a little fish sauce. Don't knock it till you try it. Fish sauce is a great way to add like fullness or texture, kind of like a meatiness to like your vegetables without necessarily having to add so much meat into it. And it has some good, you know, beneficial properties in it. So usually get it out of like the international food aisle, but it's a good additive to soups and stuff. And then jalapenos and stuff, it's really good. And then we're getting oranges, and I have vitamin C like ginger shots, but anybody got any home remedies they want to share, I'm open to it. I'm gonna add plenty of garlic as well to their soup. We got 4 minutes left in the live. I want to take y'all, I play on here a lot, but I do actually sing. I want to take y'all to a rehearsal if I get back into a rehearsal with my friend one day. Would y'all like to see that on the live? I need to actually reach out today to see, tell him I'm ready. I'm ready to start participating and using some of my gifts and quit playing around. You okay, babe? You say no, you don't want to go to rehearsal with us, Charles? Yeah, I'm more of a choir singer than a solo singer, but I do sing. You okay? I'm shuffling it for later so we can play. So if you come back tomorrow, which I hope you do, be thinking about something y'all want to talk about. I might leave it open on Thursdays. Like I'll have a poll question, but I'll let y'all determine what you want to talk about. And we're going into a holiday weekend, y'all. I'm so excited. A sandwich without the cheese. You hungry? What kind of sandwich you want? Turkey? Uh-huh. So we ended up having another good talk today. We was all over the place with it. But it was a good discussion. I'm trying to think a good time to come back on later, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like late night lives are it's pretty much jumping off. But with the good conversation also comes the weirdos. Also, I'm old. I get tired at 9:30. I start losing steam. So, I will be back on later tonight. I just don't know what time. We're down to a minute left in the live. Thank you so much for moderating for me, Charles. Yeah, there is. Give me 60 seconds and I'm gonna come help you out. But I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I pray protection over y'all. Hope nobody come messing with you. If you're starting off on the wrong foot, I hope it takes a turn for the better. If you're already feeling crappy, try to focus on something positive. If you're already feeling great, try to share that love with somebody else, because somebody needs it. And yeah, I love you guys, and I hope to see you all later. Everybody have a great day. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you, Kari. Thank you, Madaleef. Thank you, Sophia. Car, you still in here too, huh? I didn't even know. All right, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.